How do farmers sell their crops? So there's a few different ways farmers sell their crops. The number one way is they're going to sell it to a market, right? So they're going to harvest a crop, whether it's corn, soybeans, beef cows, lambs, it doesn't matter the crop. And they're going to take it to a central location like a cooperative. There's going to be a price that day that crop is worth. It's either going to be in like pounds if it's a beef cow or a lamb, or it's going to be probably in bushels if it's some sort of grain crop. And the price is what the price is. Some farms will store crops and try to like wait it out and get a better price. But for the most part, the market is dictated by Wall Street, which is hilarious because Wall Street doesn't actually know what they're doing. Why do farmers get subsidies? I like that one. I'm not an economist, but basically, the way that the market works is that we don't have a free market for crops. And so we have to, and because crop prices tend to be pretty low because we're really good at growing things like corn, soybeans, and wheat, the price can fall fairly dramatically, meaning that a farmer may or may not be able to cover costs if the government doesn't step in and at least bring payments up so that they're covering and hopefully making a little bit of money. And it's going to be the same. We make too much milk in this country, and we grow too many of the same crops, and we just actually don't have a market for them. I don't want to say I don't want to blame farmers for it. They've been put in that position. It's not something they put themselves into each year. Unfortunately, they don't have control over the price of their product when they go to market. It's not like they're brewing a beer and saying, you know what, it cost me $10 a 4-pack to make this, so I need to charge $15. They can go to the local co-op and say, you know, this corn actually cost me $6 a bushel to grow, and I'm here and you're telling me you're going to pay me $5.50. I'm going to need you to pay me $6.50. They don't have that kind of power. So that's the difference. How do dairy farmers, see, here I can really screw something up. So all you dairy farmers, don't call me, I'm doing my best. How do dairy farmers get paid? We'll try that one. I don't know. How do dairy farmers get paid? So this is an interesting subject right now. It's been all over the news, but dairy farmers, oh, here's my dog. Hi, sweet girl. You want to help? She's like, don't do dairy farmers. For the most part, a dairy farmer is very locked into who they sell to. They don't often switch. They, once in a while, someone will switch, but because of the way dairy is getting bigger, smaller dairy farms are reluctant to switch who they sell to with fear that the new guy is going to be the one dropped off that truck. And so if they've always sold to Dairy Farmers of America, they know that their contract is pretty solid, they're probably not going to switch, which is too bad. Again, it goes back to that free market thing, is that it's not, you know, they could, they might have a superior product, but it's really scary to shop around and switch your buyer because you could get dropped, and then it's not like you can stop the cows from making milk. So if the milk truck doesn't come, you're in a lot of trouble. And so people are very, farmers are weary to switch, but that's how dairy farmers get paid. And they get paid by, it's called the hundredweight. So you'll hear like milk is at $15 a hundredweight, and that means like literally 100 pounds of fluid milk. You're getting 15 or, we hope $20 for 100 pounds of fluid milk. And then there's all sorts of bonuses for like % milk fat and things like that. But it's pretty much a by the hundredweight. And then if you think about it, a gallon of milk weighs about 8 pounds, so you can do the math. I won't do the math here because math is hard. But you could do the math and figure out what they're getting per gallon. And then think about what you're paying at the grocery store. And that all goes into like what farmers are getting paid. Also, the other question on here that I want to address, because it's really important, is why do farmers wear overalls? It's because we all have back tattoos that we're trying to cover while we farm. And so with overalls, we can keep those under wraps and keep it a little bit more private. And I just wanted to make sure that I addressed that one for you. It's really to cover the tramp stamp.